It's time to accelerate. Hey friends, this is Andy. Welcome to episode 638 of Accelerate, the sales podcast of record. And since it's Friday, it's time for another episode of Frontline Friday with my very special co-host and friend, Bridget Gleason. You know, sales is hard work, but shouldn't it also be fun? I mean, meeting new people, breaking through to connect with new prospects about your products and how they can help them, helping buyers to make the best decision for themselves, the challenge of making a connection with that reserved and reticent buyer, or winning a competitive deal, just fighting to hit your number month after month. It can all be fun, and arguably, it all should be fun. So if you're enjoying what you do, it is contagious for those you talk with, like your buyer. So in this episode, Bridget and I dive into what can make selling fun. Make sure you check it out. If you'd like to see the show notes for this episode, go to andypaul.com/638. Now, friends, I've been mentoring and training sales professionals for years now, and one of the most important elements to career success is aligning yourself with a company that develops its employees, values their customers, and has a portfolio of products that can compete with anyone in the market. That's why, if you're a top performer in your current role and you're looking for a fresh challenge to take your career to the next level, then CenturyLink should be at the top of your list. With its recent acquisition of Level 3, the new CenturyLink is a world leader in many segments, including cloud, security, real-time communications, and managed services. So if you want the excitement, challenge, and rewards that come from selling industry-leading services to the enterprise, then visit CenturyLink.com/accelerate and join their talent community and find out if a career at CenturyLink is the right step for you. All right, let's start up Frontline Friday. Hello, and welcome to Frontline Friday with my very special guest, Bridget Gleason. Bridget, how are you today?
You know the answer. Andy, fantastic. I saw a great superhero movie over the weekend.
Did you see Black Panther?
I did.
And?
It was so great. It was awesome.
It's on our list for this weekend when we get back to New York to see. Yeah, it sounds like, everybody I've spoken to uniformly has enjoyed it. So what was it about it in particular that you like?
Well, I think, there's this underlying message, kind of more of a social message, which I appreciate. But even aside from that, it's just really well done. The characters are great. It's beautiful scenery. It moves along. It's compelling. And I'm not typically, even though I am Captain Fantastic, I'm not typily a superhero type person. Maybe because I don't like competition for me.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was just really, really well done, kind of all the way around.
Oh, excellent. So, okay, well, good. Well, there you go. Listeners, if you haven't seen it yet, from our in-house movie critic, Captain Fantastic. Right. Make sure you go out and see the Black Panther. Yeah, it's on our list for this weekend. My wife and I are traveling a little bit, combination of her business. I'm just tagging along for a good time. And we had family visiting us. We were in Chicago. But we had some downtime in the hotel, so we were catching up on movies on pay-per-view because all the movies are out. I mean, even the movies in theaters are on pay-per-view. So we were catching up on the Oscar-nominated movies we hadn't seen. We didn't get to all of them, but yeah, it's nice to surf. And of course, I think we watched 5 movies in 3 days, and some good ones there. So yeah, but looking forward to Black Panther. Okay, well here, so question of the day, just sort of jump right into it, is me, I'm sort of in a torn because I see so much content being created about sales that I quite honestly I think is without value, and to be nice. But also it seems like everybody's so intent on telling you what not to do, and by implication, you're messing up, you're bad. And it's like no one ever talks about sales being fun. Right? We always talk it's work. Yeah, it's work. It's hard. You got to commit yourself and so on. But I don't know. I always thought sales is a tremendous amount of fun.
What was fun about it for you?
Well, several things. One is just meeting interesting people and being able to help them was been a tremendous amount of satisfaction and the source of fun. Just from, I said, getting to know people and building relationships with people, having fun, talking to people. To me, that's a lot of fun. Humorous situation. If you are in enough conversations with enough different people, I mean, or enough sales situations, I mean, there are just funny things that are going to happen.
Well, I think it's fun. I mean, I think sales is fun also. And I think, Andy, the things that you're describing that were fun are, God, you get them from that face-to-face interaction, that relationship building, that being out. There's a lot of adrenaline. There's a lot of sales now that isn't that. There's a lot of sales that is more over the phone, and it's harder to create that connection over the phone. Not impossible, just harder. So I think it's changed. So I think sometimes, I think about some of the things that were fun for me when I was an individual contributor. We're prehistoric here now, so that's fine.
Speak for yourself.
I know I say we, but I'll speak for me. So I think now when I think about fun and fun for the team, I think closing deals and winning is always fun. Sure. I think that's always fun. Fun. Hitting a number is fun. Having a goal and achieving it is fun. But I also think that a lot of things that I think about around fun have to do with the team and the team dynamics and what you're doing in the office and who's there and talking after a call. So I think, gosh, I really want us to have a lot of fun.
But I'll tell you, I don't think it's that different. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I've gone back. I did this actually about a month or so ago because I was curious. And I looked at my selling time, my time with customers over the bulk of the time when I was carrying a bag or I was managing sales teams for companies, as VP of sales, that 90% of my customer interaction, 90% plus of my customer interaction was done over the phone.
Okay, but it wasn't.
It was supplemented sometimes by face-to-face, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I spent 15 years doing international sales, and, I'd see my customers once, twice a year, but I'd talk to them weekly. So, I mean, I still think, my point being is I still think, to me, the fun of getting to know someone and building that relationship where you can work together to achieve something, and the fact that to your point, you win, but, we won because the customer won, right? They made the right decision to go with our product. We won together. To me, that was fun. Always, it's still fun, right? Even with the clients and customers today.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think there's even in the day, our day, the old day,
your day,
my day. There was a lot that you did over the phone, but most of the deals though were done face to face. In my situation, I mean, the deals were done face to face. We're here; they're not necessarily done face to face. You have a lot. We have in-person meetings, but they're not necessarily done face to face. So I just think the composition of a deal and kind of the face to face and phone and email and text and Zoom videos and all of this, I think that. I think that's changed a bit. There's more of it. So I guess but to your point, fun, I think fun is really, really important in any job, not just sales, but we got to enjoy what we're doing, and laugh and just not take things so seriously. Sales can be very, very stressful.
Yeah, well, I think we're in this mode, and I'd written about this in my newsletter I sent out the last weekend, is that, which, by the way, just had tremendous amount of response, where the headline is, we take sales too seriously. There's things in this world that are really serious. Sales is not one of them. Yeah. And, we just need to lighten up. I mean, I think, and it's not just I think, I believe, based on articles and research reports, I've read summaries of that having fun correlates to success, right? That having that relaxed attitude toward things, not being so stressed, actually correlates to better outcomes.
Yeah, I've read a lot about that also, about fun and just a general happiness, really. I think,
Right.
we read a lot about that today, but just sort of a general, yeah, happiness and levity. And yeah, that definitely correlates to being more successful.
What I think also part of this was stimulated, this idea about fun in sales, because it got me thinking about it, is I'd seen Jerry Seinfeld on a late night show, I don't know, several months ago, because I can't remember when I originally, the fall last year. And he's talking about his dad was in sales. And his dad spent his career in sales. And he had this game he played called Break That Face. It was a really funny story because his dad, as we all did, we still do. We meet customers who are just unresponsive, right? I mean, they're, as I like to say, it's sort of the emotional range of Mount Rushmore. When you're talking to them and they just give you sort of the monosyllabic answers, or they think they're really, burdened by an overwhelming sense of self-importance. And so his dad, and I laughed because I used to do the same thing. His dad would see what he could do to make these people laugh.
That's great.
And he knew he wasn't getting an order from them, in more likelihood. But for him, that was just part of the fun and the part of the challenge is meeting people is how do I get this person to break? And I remember I used to do somewhat the same thing, somewhat perversely, because gosh, if I had traveled a long time or just spent a long time trying to get somebody on the phone, and this is what I got out of it. To me, that was part of the fun.
Yeah, God, we used to do those games too. I just think of being on sales teams and little games you would play to, get somebody to almost break out of character.
Yeah.
If it's the CFO, or if it's the economic buyer, how can we get them to just get through that hard, difficult persona? So, I think those things, gosh, Andy, with so many things, it's the attitude that we bring to it. It's the attitude that we bring every day to the office that I think matters. And I think that does affect a lot of our success.
Yeah, I mean, this is a cliche. People have heard it about sales. It's not life matter, life and death. Though, I actually have clients who are involved with things like selling medical equipment, where perhaps it is, and they take great satisfaction out of selling something that helps people live longer, saves their lives. But for most of us, certainly not the case, right? And I think that if you have this more relaxed perspective, if you really have the sense of enjoyment that comes out of you, it's contagious to the people you're speaking with, and certainly can help you overcome some of the hurdles perhaps that you encounter with buyers. And I remember more than several instances in my past where I've had customers that just seemed unyielding in not wanting to give me the satisfaction of any sort of personal interaction. And I took it as a challenge to change that. And in some cases, it worked out well. Ultimately turned into business. In some cases, it was just the satisfaction of maybe knowing that the person smiled at me.
Well, for me, I was actually interviewing someone not too long ago for actually a senior position that we're hiring for. And the person I was talking to was so flat, just no life in him. And for me also, I thought, God, I'm going to have fun. I've got an entire hour with this person.
Right.
I might as well have fun.
Right.
And I think for our customers and prospects, who do you want to be around? Who do you want to be around? To make the hour or half hour or whatever it is, a conversation enjoyable, make it interesting, have some life in it. If there's not, why listen? Why participate?
Right. That's how you connect and engage people's interests. I mean, I think that part's just giving such short shrift these days, when so much of, again, what I read or I hear people teaching, it's just like, just be a human being, right? Just forget the technique, forget the words, just be yourself. Be authentic. Not a word that I necessarily like all the time, but be yourself. If you are, if you're encountering somebody that's just not giving anything back to you, don't be the same way.
Yes.
What do you,
right. Don't mirror them.
Right.
Don't mirror that.
Have some fun with it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst that could happen is they lighten up and it leads to a conversation that you want to have.
Right.
Or they just tell you to get lost. Well, hey, I've had hundreds of people tell me to get lost in my career.
Right.
in a very physical way. Like walk you out of their offices type way, not just hang up a phone on you.
Oh, dear. I haven't had anyone do that to me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's when you're out in the early days, you're cold calling and knocking on doors.
That's true. The big office buildings that you'd go into and just like office to office. Yeah.
Right. Let me walk you out the door.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely that. There was that.
Yeah. But anyway, I just, for people listening, is have fun with it. Right? I mean, if you're somebody that has fun and, at night you go home, you have fun with your spouse, or your partner, or your friends, you go out, don't leave that at home. Bring that to work. Have fun. Be yourself. You've heard me talk about this before, even in the, how you define yourself as a sales professional is bring out the parts of you that are the strongest. And like I said, be yourself and have fun with it. And I know it was hard for me in the first few years of my career, but once you see that you can do it, take advantage of it. It makes a difference.
I think it makes a huge difference, if for no other reason, just to make your life more interesting for you.
Well, there's that too, right? That's absolutely right.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
Just enjoy it, and moods are contagious. You kind of lifted up yourself, other people around you will also be more inspired. And I think by taking care of yourself and having that enjoyment, that's naturally going to be passed on to the people that you interact with.
Yeah. And again, if at the end of the day you're talking to someone that just doesn't want any part of it, at least you tried. And maybe
no foul.
Maybe you had some fun, and as the senior Seinfeld said, maybe you broke that face and gave yourself something to smile about as you went to your next call.
I like it. I'm in favor.
All right. Good. All right, Bridget. That's
Andy.
All we have time for in this particular episode. But as always, it's been fantastic.
It's been fantastic. Go see the movie.
I will. I'll report back.
And report back. All right. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, friends. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.